heart of gold, but ready to fight. Standing tall, doing what's right. Shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep. Breaking chains, leaving pain behind. Calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. We're having a nightcap tonight. But before we actually get into everything, I'll be honest with you. I'm fucking enjoying sitting back and just watching everything just implode with a lot of people. Yes. So tonight, you got the investigator, the journalist, the one who likes to check. I'm a type of person, how can I put this so even the idiots will understand who are watching or who will be watching? I'm a type of person, I will watch something and I will pay attention And if I find something very strange, hi Kim, hi everyone. I'll come. I'll say hello to everyone in a minute. I just want to get this off my chest. But if I find there's something strange going on, then I'm going to say something, and I'm going to make sure. Hi Roy, how you doing, buddy? Right. Anyway, Roy had a CT scan Monday and Tuesday, and told me to get her to the first emergency surgery, and I was basically at the hospital. Oh shit! How is your wife, Roy? But anyway, before while you're answering that, wait, she's at hospital or is she at home? Anyway, right. Anyway, so let's have a look who's here. Sienna, hi. Squid, hello. SMN, Cynthia, Daniel, Crazy Clown, bloody hell, nice name. Robert Hall, Robert. Roy, good to see you, my brother. Sohan, hi, good to see you. Steve, good to see you too. Who else have we got? Ammo Girl, hi darling. Who else? Kim, hey there. Yes. So anyway, so I thought I'd do some digging. So I did, and because I was sent this tonight. It was good day, mate. It was a video, a interview between Michael Volpe, aka Skeletor, aka Hello You Guys, and obviously Lynette Preston and John Cook. Well, what I find quite interesting, they have got a perfect picture and a perfect signal, and that on an iPhone. So wow! And behind them, obviously, is their new home. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I just sneezed it. Anyway, now here's the thing that I'm going to bring up, which we're going to get into. We're going to be fucking paying attention to this little shithead here. But anyway, this is very interesting. The fact that John Cook was on the platform with the fleas and what's that dumb freaking person? What's her name again? Mod Squad. What's her name again? Anyway, Stacy, whatever. Anyway, so there they are, and now suddenly, if you actually went and watched the video, right? Why is Lynette Preston wearing makeup? And why does John Cook look like someone gave him a slap on the left side? You're right if you look at him, and the fact that she's covered in jewelry. Not right now, Squid. I need to get this off. This is for me. This is very and John Cook he can turn up in chat any way he likes. The guy's an absolute pleb. After tonight, that's it. He's lost every bit of credibility. All right. Here's the thing: if the CPS turned up on your property, unless someone does a FOIA request to see if they did, do we have to take these people's word? The fact that they've done nothing but and I sort of skimmed through this video tonight, and basically there's nothing on there in regards of the money, in regards of progression on the condominium, in regards of anything else. But what they did, they showed the medical letter from last year. It's like we've gone back a year. It's like we've gone, how can I put it? We've gone back in time. Instead of actually progressing and actually moving forward, Skeletor here was asking very specific questions, and they were answering them like that. So here's my question. Why is this not happening on the crampons? Why hasn't this happened before? Last year we had an edited phone conversation. Why has this only now happened? Explain that. Explain that. that suddenly now they want to speak. Why is that? Oh yeah, let me explain. I'll tell you why. It's because the thing is they were promised God knows what, and then when everything fell apart and Bruce Matskin did a runner and pulled his tail, whatever you want to call it, his man sausage that on his forehead between his eyes and done a runner, the crampons, the same thing. It's all coming apart. And then we're going to talk about this guy here, Michael Fulp. Apparently he's a journalist. Interesting. I did a bit of research while I was waiting for the live stream to start, Michael. I hope you're paying attention, sunshine. Right, an investigative journalist, that's what people do. They investigate. Everything I'm going to show you tonight is publicly available. You're a public subject, a public figure, so therefore, everything. I just typed your name in, and I got shed loads of stuff. But you look like you had a fucking bad night there, sunshine. Either you're coming back off a hangover, right? And there's one thing I've noticed. You do look like you do go on a raz once in a while. Now this here. Now I was gonna redact this, but fuck it. No. I mean this here, right, is your type of journalism. Really? This is your type of journalism. No wonder you're shit at it. Now let's have a look here. Let's have a look at your employment status, right? This is from LinkedIn, by the way. So you've been a journalist, self-employed, from 2010 to present. So that's 15 years. Wow, and 9 months. Okay. So 2010 to present, 15 years and 9 months. Yeah, it is September. So yeah. So and then freelance journalist, daily caller, 2011 to 2013. So you were a journalist for two people, for yourself and for someone else. Can you handle it on your own? Hi, Blue. Hi, Timothy. Don't you find that very strange? That, like, what is it with you people from the anti-ego system that you always seem to, your dates seem to always overlap each other? But it gets really better now. I've redacted some of the schools. I haven't redacted that because obviously that's the university. But all the companies here, I have, out of respect for the companies, I have redacted the company names. So let's have a look here, shall we? So you only lasted 4 years there. You only lasted 2 years at that job. You lasted 2 years at that job. Oh my God, less than a year. Less than a year there. 1 year there. 1 year there. Obviously, for the first, if I say for 2, 4, I say 4, 6 years. For the first 6 years after you left university, you didn't work for 1 year. And then 6 years after that, you couldn't hold a job longer than a year, if that. Very interesting. Yeah. And the fact that is like, I mean, 3 years there. Yeah, 4 years there. So you had 3, 4, yeah. And then from 93 to 97, look at you, Phi Kappa Phi fraternity, you fucking man sausage, you wank stain. You absolute wank stain. And you call yourself a journalist. You're not a journalist, mate. You're just someone who's good. You're just someone who's good with a gab. There's a lot of people who call themselves journalists. There's a lot of people who've done courses in journalism. I don't have to do a course in journalism. Here's the thing. Every single person is a journalist. It's just how they put the information across. But the fact that you actually sat on a platform, isn't that against the restraining order? Isn't it against that? Just a question of interest. And the fact that like those two decided to talk to you out of everybody, this is what I find quite funny. Is oh shit, yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention something. There was a reason why I said that picture. I just realized. Look at the names. Don't you find that interesting? So, Skeletor, hey, Mikey baby, do you want to tell us who Frankie Fressman is? Richard Luthman? We know who that idiot is. He got served, didn't he? Ha! Yeah. Don't you find that interesting? I mean, everything that you can find about people is online. What I find quite strange is when you try to keep people quiet and out of the sight, and then you go and stick their name on a document, it just shows you how stupid you are. I mean, you go after people, especially people you work with. Like, I don't know Megan Fox that well. Not that Megan Fox, our Megan Fox, and apparently you work with her at some point. And I'm starting to see a pattern where people distance themselves from you. And funny enough, that pattern goes with you, with Luthman, with Matskin, with freaking the Crampons, with freaking what's that stupid Dave, and Swamp Lizard. Don't you find that so interesting that every single one of you have got a couple of things in common? And now, Deuce Boy wants to Deuce Boy wants to go toe to toe with Larry Foreman. Oh, that's going to be fun. I want to be a fly on the wall in that one. Don't you find that interesting? And the fact that no mention, not one mention about where all the money's going and what's going on with that property. What's going on with that lumber, because that lumber's been there for quite a while. So, what's going on? Anyone got an answer to that? I'm just sitting by. I'm just sitting by biding my time. I'm watching, and that's usually quite dangerous. When I start watching, that means that I've noticed something. And one thing I have noticed is that everything, like only months ago, you guys were on this. Whoa, we're gonna destroy Jeremy Hills. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna take him for court. We're gonna go for litigation. We're gonna sue all frivolous this for blah 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 blah. And look where you are now, kicking rocks. That, as the Americans say, that's what you're doing. You're kicking rocks. And then John Cook, if it is him, going to all these people, going to people's stream, or going to people's live streams, trying to do what? Impress us that you know how to use a freaking computer? Oh, wait a minute, it's a mobile phone. What, are you trying to impress us that you know how to type into chat? You are irrelevant. There's a lot of people who are very irrelevant. And John Cook, if you're listening, you are extremely irrelevant. In fact, it would be very nice. It would be very interesting to know why you are involved in all this. Why you've got no legal representation. The person you were married to for 5 years and lived together for 10. Yeah, lived with her in Northport. Look where you are now. Were you? Apparently that house looked quite nice actually. But here's a question: were you better off in Northport, or are you better off now? Because let's put it this way: if you seriously think you're going to walk away from this with anything in your pocket, I doubt very much. I mean, look at all the court cases you're losing. Hi, Livin. Hi, Sarah. How you doing? 1 second, guys. Now, I've sat on platforms with Squid, Mussolini, and other people, and we've gone through certain things, especially with Matskin. But one thing that we haven't discussed is this. This is not going to last forever. And by the looks of it, you like Luthman, all of you are clutching at straws. You're trying to tread water as best as you can because if you don't, you're going to sink. And the only way you're going to save yourself is to walk away and just give up, because you're not going to gain anything. You've lost that footing. And the reason I say that is because for you to get Lynette and John Cook and try to interview him like you're some sort of professional TV host, no, absolutely not. In fact, you've actually made it worse. And so part of me today, when I actually unfortunately had the unfortunate pleasure of actually watching about 30 seconds of that, something told me that, is this deliberate? Are you trying to deliberately get them on a platform so they talk themselves into a corner? Because let's be honest with you, Luthman, Matskin, all of them have gone fairly quiet. Yes, the crampons, they still try, but they're irrelevant. And then you got Fulp. Yeah. I mean, ever since Luthman and Fulp came into the frame, right, all they've done is deflection, subterfuge, and basically blow smoke up people's asses and make like extravagant claims. But look where it's got them. Look where it's got them. I'm actually quite entertained by this. And here's the thing. All right. Now, in 2 days' time, in fact, I'm coming up to 1 year of being live on 1 fucking year live. So basically, I have spent 1 year discussing this. I have spent 1 year discussing something that I'm never going to get back. I'm never going to get that time back. But the only good thing that's happened in that 1 year is all the people I have met, all the good people I have met. And I am so, so proud of a lot of people I've come across. Living Life, Sarah, Daniel, Squid, Amogo, My Pretty, Timothy, SMN, Roy, all of you, Sienna, Blue, a lot of you. I am proud to say that I am acquainted with you, and I'm very proud that we have created a community. And I hope after all this is done, I hope that we keep this community going. Not just mine, but Squid's, Moosey Ladies, Daniel's, Living Life, everyone's. Because I think that, like, after what I've seen tonight, people are going to struggle with content. And the thing is, my intentions were never to actually go into this that deep. But I work off facts. I work off truths and evidence. And I don't care what anyone says. Because, let's put it this way, even the haters out there, I've been mostly right. 90% of the time I've been right. And in fact, I've actually called quite a lot. But I'm not going to be arrogant about it, I feel quite humble about it. But to watch these people continue this shit thinking that they're going to achieve something, especially the people part of the hi Gail, the people part of the anti what the hells give up. You're not going to win this, and if you do win it, if you do win something, it's the only thing you're going to win is probably your dignity, which is partially going to be intact. Hi, Hospicker. Now, as far as I am concerned, right, none of you are relevant, and there's some people on the what the hell side as well who are irrelevant. They mean absolutely nothing, because once this is all over, they're going to struggle. That I can assure you of. I was supposed to do some video editing, and in fact, please hold. I'm going to show you. In fact, oh, Scott, sorry. I keep on unmuting myself and unmute. Yeah, that there, okay, is what I need to edit, and I haven't even touched one yet. So, and believe it or not, since I showed two people that picture, right, there's another three videos being attached to that. So, who says I don't have content? I'm always going to have content. I didn't do it, sport. Do what? You didn't do anything, Daniel. All right. So that's just to give you an idea. And oh my God, I've got to edit all that. So yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, what do you think about that interview with Lynette and John Cook and Michael Falk? What is your opinion? Let's get some interaction in. What do you think? What is your opinion? Do you think that was do you think that whole, I mean, at the end of the day, if he wants to interview him, fine. If I mean, they can do what they like, but do you think it was constructive? And here's another thing. 35 times. I mean, geez, sandwiches, I can prove it. I know. So, I mean, like, excuse me, it's CPS, okay? When you think of the CPS as getting fucking having to visit them, I mean, I would be suspicious. I'll go, why, the dumbest thing they could have done. Yeah, Kim. Yeah. Yeah. Dumb and Dumber. Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Yeah. I mean, they can. If I did anything, Gail maybe did. Yeah. So seriously, guys, let's get a little bit of input from you guys, because tonight, I'm going to be responding to chat. So, I mean, it's not going to be a long one, but. So, oh wow! Make sure you hit that like button. By the way, personally, I think it's going to piss off the Ohio judge when it might lead to. To be honest with you, they've got 12 days before that Tweedledum and Tweedledum. Yeah. Hi, Squid. Welcome back, sweetheart. The thing, here's the thing, though. Michael Falk, aka Skeletor, aka hello, you guys, thinks he's a freaking journalist. He's not. I mean, if he's been a journalist for 10 years and 9 months, he hasn't learned a lot about journalism. You know, I mean, yeah, he got someone fired. He called someone out and got someone fired. You know, he seems to like to cause problems. And I thought journalism is based on a story, the content of the story. You know, the what happened, where did it happen, who did it happen to, why did it happen? You know, and it's based on facts, not conjecture. You know, it's just like people saying, "Oh, you don't know about for you know." It's going to come to a blow. It already. I mean, let's be honest with you. We already know the outcome. We already know what's going to happen, and I don't think the Ohio court. I think that's still pending, if I can remember correctly. I mean, if you think about it, and the fact that I heard a rumor that, hey, Mr. Magoo, apparently you got served. Oh dear, you and your big mouth, eh? And you're not sitting in a restaurant after eating your dinner now, giving it big lips now, are you? Pardon the pun. Oh God, you can suck a golf ball through a garden hose there. Hi, Cynthia. Good to see you, sweetheart. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting. Can you wish Amelia a happy 11th month? Happy birthday, Amelia. There you go. I just sang a happy birthday. Volpe has already been told to stop contacting us by the police, and he blatantly discarded. Yeah. I even heard. Yeah, Roy. I even heard the recording where he basically, freedom of speech. Here's the thing. If you contact someone and they say stop contacting me, and you contact someone, you stop contacting me, you contact someone and stop contacting me, after the third time they say stop contacting me, it's considered harassment. And no matter how you butter your bread, right? If you get told stop contacting me, it's I consider harassment, and someone contacts the police or they they do a report on it, that's it. You are on a slippy slide going towards a possible lawsuit or jail because of what you're doing. You're harassing someone, and that's against the law. You know, we've got the similar laws over here. But here's the thing. This is what a lot of people don't understand. People like Luthman, Volpe, and all these people, right? They'll continue to do it until you react, because that's what they want. They want a reaction, right? Look up Frankie Pressman. Let's have a look then, shall we? Let's have a look at Frankie Pressman. Frankie Pressman is a writer and has many different satire interests. Frankie Substack. This is for real. 11 subscribers. Subscribe message activity. 11 subscribers. You absolute freaking wank stain. Articles by Frankie Profile, Muckrack, Substack. They really do like Substack, don't they? Yeah. They really do. Let's have a look what he looks like. Oh my God, Luthman. He looks like he's been slapped. Oh, shit. Oh, I've got Michael Pressman. Why have I got Michael Pressman? I thought it was Frankie Pressman. Wait, what? Huh. Thank you, Johnny, Michael. Pressman. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know what this America does. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Yeah, probably another freaking dreamer. Anyway, I've got better things to do than look after your shit. He's in with, of course, yeah. I mean, you see, this is the thing, right? At some point, like, listen. At some point, they're gonna fail. I mean, look at Bruce Matskin. He's been a lawyer for 26 years, 27 years. He actually had to go to another country to find someone who actually will, I don't know, accept him for who he is, an absolute fucking wank stain, right? But he had to do it twice. And now he's running around thinking that he's the big lips, right? But what gets me is that 12 years ago, or probably even more, he put a video up on his YouTube for 12 minutes long, a 12-minute long video of a woman berating him. And that's where Bruce came from. That's where that came from. That BBB, Bruce. That's where that came from. And you know what? I remember when that first surfaced, the first thing I said, I would love to find out who that woman is, to find out exactly what he did. He probably ripped her off or did something, or, hi, Missy lady, good morning. Oh, Kim, thank you very much. I'm sorry for your loss, by the way. My condolences. I hope I've helped in some way. That's what you're here for. That's what this community does. We all support each other. That's the important part. That's the important part. But someone's not liking my stream. Oh, bless their cotton socks. But anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. And here's the thing. 99% of the I mean, like, one thing I'm never going to get my head around is Bruce Matskin knew that I had everything on him. Why the hell would he post his divorce? Hi, Wednesday. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand it. But the thing is, he opened the door for that. And to be perfectly honest with you, I've absolutely lost all interest in that guy. But I tell you one thing, he is an absolute he's a knob jockey. That's what he is. What the hell is that? Oh. Okay. Okay. Wait, what? What's this? Oh my fucking God. Excuse me a second. That was weird. I coughed and then muted myself when I started talking. What the hell? what the hell did I just fucking find? 26th of September, Bruce Matskin emailed Luthman and 45 other people. FBI, U.S. Pardon Attorney, US.gov, US. Oh my God, US DOJ, Department of Justice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's public information. Frank Pilato, Michael Falk, Frankie Pressman, Dick LaFontaine, Rick LaFerriera, Modern Tom's Nest, two Lees and the two crampons, Bone Crusher. Oh my God, who? At 20 past 1, Bruce, you've lost the fucking plot, mate. You've absolutely lost the plot. And you know what? Let's all have a let's all have a look at this. This is what the fuck? Please hold. Your call is important to me. What the hell is wrong with this guy? And just so you know, this is on Facebook, by the way. And I'm going to fucking show it. I don't care. Here you go. Pow. Right. So let's have a look at the top here. I mean, look. I also would like to bring all your attention to Mr. Shockett's past derailed attached the court's decision on that of Supreme Court, whereas I cancel board of 24. I do not see how he could have been admitted to. Oh my God, what the fuck are you doing? I don't even have to read the rest of that. You are an absolute freaking idiot. You're an idiot, Bruce. You're an absolute idiot, mate. You've just made the biggest mistake ever. Every single person. Do you know that Randy Socket can now sue you for defamation and slander, libel? Because I tell you one thing. What is it? Why people try to dig up people's past? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Bruce, your past is not that fucking clever, is it? I mean, Christ, in 2003, was it 2003 and 4? You got fired from a company, and then because you got fired, you knew that. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, companies like that do spread. The word does spread, so that's why you went fucking self-employed. That is absolutely insanity. Bruce, you're clutching at straws, fella. You're emailing 45 people. Like, they're going to take a look at your email, and 99% of the time, it's going to end up in the spam bucket anyway, right? What's wrong with these? I mean, is it? Hey, Bruce, you're not getting it. You're not getting them. You're not getting some. No? I mean, seriously, come on, mate. Tell us. You're clutching. You want to take DUI guy to court. You're emailing 45 people, including every single individual who's caused most of these problems, and you want to try to attack Randy Socket. Why is it? I mean, on the technicality alone, he's way better lawyer than you are, and that's when he's asleep. So, you know. Just imagine when he's awake. Oh my God, I really can't. I can't waste my time on these fucking idiots. But that there is just that's insane. Oh my God! Wait a minute. Bringing the truth to the drama. Go get funding.com. Bring the wait. What? Did they start another GoFundMe? You can't make this shit up. Bring the truth to Hales Press and Credit. 7% funded. They're trying to raise 10,000. Oh no, this is the old one. No, wait, is this a new one? Hang on a second. Yes, this is the old one. This is the one I've already discussed. And it's still at $765. Yeah, it looks like people don't really care. You've ripped so many people off. I doubt very much anyone who gives you money, right, need to have like some sort of intervention. I don't know. Right, what am I missing in chat? Anyway, right, so. And here's another thing. I'm gonna send a message to Lisa Lee Rabusi. I mean, obviously you love me that much that you know, but I'm not going to go into it. I don't hold any ill will towards you, about addressing me by my first name. But hey, Lisa, let me ask you a question. Considering that you have failed on every avenue and you jump onto other people's platforms and do the same thing and just hate and toxicity, and you're like snakes, right? Have you ever thought of like getting a real fucking job, or doing something? I mean, like in the villages. I mean, you could always sort of hang out loafers, can't you? Or it's hang a multicolored loofah outside your door. Maybe you'll get some employment there. But you because of your personal vendetta against Jeremy Hales, you used two people who were freaking out and anyway, and you used them to do what you've done, and look what you've caused over the last year. All right, where's all the money, Lisa? And that's what people should be asking from now on. Where's the money? Where's the money? Show us the money. Where's the money? Show us receipts. We want transparency. 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 You freaking... I tell you. Unfreaking believable. Oh, here's the one. Michael Thorpe. The police report is here. Jeremy Hales claims I mailed him 50 times. True over about 8 months. He claims that he told me to stop emailing him. True. After he threatened to have me arrested. The emails where Hales claimed to tell me to stop contacting him is attached. I mean, this here, people. This is the fucking proof of the put. This is the cream on the put. This is fucking. I mean, how? Oh, Jesus Christ! How stupid can I mean? And then he calls the cop up and tells him, I can do what I like. I mean, is this probably why you failed as a broker, Michael? Is this why you failed? Yeah, because you were fucking stupid. That a ant has more brains in its ass than you have got in any level of intelligence. The fact that you actually publicly posted that you contacted him 50 times, true, regardless if it was over 1 month, 8 months, or 100. Hi, Arizona. How you doing, Sophia? All right. And the fact that he told you to stop, and you admit it. Yes, he did tell me to stop. I know this is old news, but freaking hell, mate. I tell you, if you had brains made of dynamite, you'd be too dangerous to wake up, let alone use a light switch, you absolute cockwomble. Oh god! Every time you want to fucking masturbate, you just walk into the bathroom, turn the light on, look in the mirror, start rubbing your forehead, and then spit when it's ready. You absolute pleb. Oh, Jeremy's going to be rich when he sues people. Well, people who actually do have a little bit of cash in their pocket. Michael Falk, Richard Luthman, Robert Kersey, Lisa Boosie, Stupid Dave. Who else we got? I think Mr. Hale should leave Bone Crusher alone. I think he's gone through enough now. I still think they should contact the widow of Scott Stark and ask for all the documentation. Yes, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Who's nibbling? Wait a minute. Why is Timothy saying he likes to nibble a little? Wait, what am I witnessing here? What is going on? Behave yourself, to get in your corner. Ah, there you go, guys. I like, you know, it's just absolute. This is insanity. Hello, I'm going to make myself a target of legal repercussions. Oh, okay. Like, to be honest with you, from what I understand and from what I've witnessed, the way Mr. Foreman works as a lawyer, I think Bruce Matson's lost even way before he. I mean, like Squid and I, when we were going over that document the other day on her stream. So if you want to go and see that, you go and check it out. Yeah, they messed up, and the fact, I mean, if you watch the 3 videos and like, because obviously we were there, Squid was showing the videos and then going to the document, and the document was totally contradicting what was going on in the video. So yeah. Wait a minute, I bet there was no records of incoming donations. Remember, she got a. Oh yeah. I bet you any money they pimped themselves out new laptops, new pads, and phones and shit. Allegedly, speculative. So yeah, I don't. Jackie Grammy, just come on. Did anyone see LP and JC give him? Yep. Jackie, you missed it. We were talking about that earlier on. So you need to go and watch that again. Oh yes. That I wonder. I mean, isn't that interfering in the Ohio thing? Like, if he's interviewed. I mean, but does anyone actually understand what's happened here? Let me ask you all a simple question. I'm going to put it. I'm not trying to insult your intelligence, but I'm going to put it as simple as I possibly can. I'm going to ask you a question. Why now? Why do an interview now? Why not do it every time? Why not do it like at least once a month? Get them on, get an update. Why now? Why suddenly with Volp of all people, who has got nothing to do with the case? So think about it. Just imagine. They're going to sit there and go, ha, 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 we're going to vote. But the thing is, Lynette and John, if you're listening, Michael Falk is monetized, most probably, if he is. So he's going to make money out of that. Every view he gets, he's going to make money out of that video. You're not going to see a penny of that. All right? And the thing is, anytime you do an interview, you can either do it voluntarily, so you can just turn up and do it, or you sign a contract that you get per diems from, from any, if it's say $100 is made, you get $40, whatever, 60, 40, whatever. But you guys are so stupid. You let people use. Hey, Tammy, you let people use you. Like if you're seriously. I mean, let's put it this way. I'm so glad that you're not a tampon. You want to use only. You know, I know someone who's like Bob, and he would always think he was right. And one day we were sitting there, and we were talking about a certain item, which I'm not going to discuss. It's something in the military. And we were talking about a certain item, and he was sitting there. He was going on and on and on. I didn't say anything. I was just listening. And he was going, and the thing is, the moment he said, "Yeah, I'm right," you know, I'm always right about these things. Da 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 da. So what I did, I got up, I went to my office, picked something up, came back in, sat at the table where they were sitting, and I opened the box and I pulled it out of the box, and I went, "You are so wrong in so many different ways and on so many different levels. What makes you always think that you're right?" "Oh, because I do the research." Right. And when you get people like that and you prove to them that they're wrong, they will either ignore you and carry on. They will fight you, not physically, but verbally, that they're right and that you're wrong, or both. So I got up and walked back out. And then about 20 minutes later, I went back in to make myself a brew. And they were still sitting there, and not a word from him. He was sulking. "Oh, what's the matter with you? You got a face like a wet sack of shit. You know, it looks like you've been slapped by a wet nappy. So what's the matter?" "Oh, I didn't appreciate the way you spoke to me." "Oh, well, how do you expect me to speak to you?" I mean, you're sitting here telling these guys a load of shit, and no one is correcting you. And these guys, right, will think that, that's how to fucking do shit. So if I turn, and then he was like, and I went to him, I said, "Well, let me tell you this. If I tell you to go and get that vehicle ready, what's the first thing you do?" "What?" If I give you, here's a set of keys. I want you to go and get that vehicle. Okay. So what do you do? "Oh, I'll go and get the vehicle." "Really?" "Yeah." "Are you sure?" "Yeah." So if I said to you, "Go to the armory and get this, and this," and you went, "Yeah, I've got it." So you're not going to think about the fact that, why am I handing you keys over, but I'm not handing you over the works ticket, or I'm not handing over you the paperwork, or I'm not getting you to sign a paper, sign a document or sign paperwork. The fact that I haven't even asked you for your FMT 600, the fact that I just gave you keys and you're just going to go, "Yeah, I'll go and get the vehicle." Yeah. You are a fucking liability. "Yeah, but nope." And then I walked back out. Now, when it comes to Michael Fulp and Richard Luthman and people in the ecosystem, and not just them, but on the other side as well, this is the problem you've got. You will hand them the keys, and they will just walk over to the vehicle. They'll look at both fucking sides of the vehicle to make sure they haven't got flat tires. They'll get in, they'll start the engine, right? They won't wait for the 22 seconds, especially for a diesel, turn the ignition on, wait for that little fucking light to go off, and then 21, always count to 21 and start it on 22, right? That means you gave the engine enough time to warm up. Anyway, you start it and then let it run. Don't rev it, just let it run for about 5 minutes, a couple of minutes, right? Let it circulate, let the oils and everything, lubricants get around. That's what they do. And the thing is, they'll start driving that vehicle. Now, in the military, right, there's a thing called an ATUT. It's a works ticket, right? It gives you permission. Sometimes it could be a daily one, or sometimes it'll be a monthly one, right? And basically what you got, when you look at it, it'll tell you what job it is, starting miles and everything else. And on the back, it'll say authorized driver, right? And you have to put your name in, date it, and then sign it, right? That you are driving that vehicle. All right, then, sweetheart, no problem. Okay. And the thing is, you have to have an FMT 600, which is like basically a driving pass. And it basically on an FMT 600, it'll have all your details. And then on the inside, it will have all the vehicles that you are entitled to drive, all the vehicles, all the dates, the vehicles, if it's with or without trailer, if it's on and off road, right? And then, your MT, master driver or your WO2 will sign it, right? And then basically that there is your official license to drive military vehicles, may it be white fleet or green fleet. White fleet means civilian vehicles. Green fleet is anything green, So if you get stopped by the military police or by the bossa or by some authority and they say, right, can I see your info? They have to hand over the works ticket. Everything. Say, for example, you're carrying fuel or ammunition, you have to hand over your hazmat card as well. You have to hand everything over, right? And they will then check it. Now, here's the thing. If you don't fill out that works ticket correctly, you don't sign it on the back, or you forget to sign it, that's a chargeable offense. This is what these people are like. They will push until they get stopped. And then what they'll do, they'll blame someone else. In the old days, right? This is where in the old days when you had like the 4-tonner and different vehicles before the Wolf and the SVs and stuff like that came out, right? People would just get in a vehicle and drive it. The problem is, the reason things started getting really tight and the reason they started putting telemetric systems in the civilian vehicles of the white fleet, right, is because people were having too many accidents, or they were not filling it out, or they were going on a RAS over the weekend and turning up on a Monday, getting into a vehicle, driving, and then they have to drive all the way from up north down to south, or from south up north, or wherever, and halfway or 3/4 of the way up, they have an accident. And when they get breathalyzed, they're still under the influence of alcohol, or there's still alcohol in their system, because people don't realize if you have 3, 4, 5 pints and you turn up at work at 6 o'clock in the morning, or 7 o'clock in the morning, so you start work at 8, and you on a RAS until 4 o'clock in the morning and absolutely hammered, that alcohol's not going to be out of your system until 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, if that. That's what the ecosystem are like. That's what the type of people they are like. They are the people that are a freaking liability. They will call, and then the thing is, when you challenge them, the moment you challenge them, they are right, you're wrong, they're going to sue you, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. That's what they're like. And if anyone has served in the military, they know exactly what I'm talking about. And basically what's happened now, Michael Volpe, aka Skeletor, aka hello you guys, he's decided to take the keys and get in a vehicle. He hasn't had a drink, but he's got in that vehicle and he's now driving it. Okay, and he's got them two in the back seat and they're driving. And he's flapping off, he's talking, blah blah blah. He hasn't checked the fluids. He hasn't checked the vehicle. He hasn't checked for damage. He hasn't checked for anything. He hasn't even checked the works ticket. In fact, the works ticket, he left it in the office. So now he's driving on the road with a vehicle, a military vehicle, with no work ticket, hasn't checked it, and now suddenly, woo, he got civilian police behind him. And they're going to see on the ANPR that the vehicle, right, is a military vehicle. So they're going to come over and say, hi, can I see your ID? You've FMT 600 and your works ticket, please. And if he's really unlucky, the RMP will stop him. Works ticket? Yeah. Oh, God, I forgot the works ticket. I haven't got the works ticket on me. Why are you driving a vehicle with no works ticket? Hi, Angel. Why are you driving a vehicle with no works ticket? How do we know that you're authorized to drive this vehicle? That's exactly what that interview was like. So you think about it. But I'll tell you one thing. I have been saying this from day one, right? That all this crap would happen. And I got ignored, or I got told to shut up because I'm a freaking typical limey. I'm not from over there. But how many people have said the same thing as I have in their own way? So you know what's going to happen now, don't you? That people are going to be talking about that. Oh my God, Lynette Preston and John Cook were interviewed by Michael Fulp. Why now? Why hasn't this happened before? What stopped them from doing it? And this here is just the beginning. This here is just the beginning. I've got a funny feeling it's going to happen more often. And if we're really, really unlucky, they'll start live streaming. So there you go. Oh boy, you couldn't make this shit up even if you freaking tried not to. At least one good. Here's the thing. At least there's one good thing that came from all this. The fake What the Hell's Facebook group no longer is running. Oh my God, that is so nice. Oh God, you know what? I've been hoping for that thing to get closed down, and they did it. So thank you to whoever did that. Thank you to the What the Hells if they did it, and thank you to the people who decided. I mean, someone's going to take the credit. We know someone is going to lie through their teeth and take the credit for it. We know that. It's fact. Just wait. It will happen. And why am I looking at a picture of someone sitting on a tank with the barrel facing a freaking pickup truck? Are you insane? That is your own truck. You can't shoot your own truck. Anyway, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go into coffee. This is the usual time for me just to chill out and, because to be honest with you, they're happening and it's only a matter of time. And Deuce Boy, you're not going to win against Larry. You've got more chance of getting an STD off an alien than winning against Larry Borman. Hi, Glorybird. Welcome. Whoa, what just happened there? So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God. What is that? Oh, right. Okay. They can't open up a new one. What do you mean? They can't open up a new one. Guys, when you actually say things like that, you need to give me context. Can't open up a new one. What? Open up a new seismic tool, septic tank. Want to bet? Don't give me a tank. You value your truck. I know, Roy. I was just thinking that. Oh, can you imagine though? Can you imagine, like, freaking going to visit the Hales property in a tank and driving past that property, and then just going, fucking. This is a joke now, okay? Driving past in a freaking Abrams tank with the Panzer lead playing, and you see John Cook standing there with, he's like, "What the fuck?" with his pew pew, and he just turned the fucking turret towards and go, "Yeah, you call that a pew pew? Check this out." 20-foot barrel pointed right here. Oh, that's too funny. Oh no, Gail. I just hope they don't open. I mean, you know, if people open up new groups, it's it's all about control. It's all about the narrative. I am part of one where we just let people do what they want to do. There's no anonymous posting, and it's people post. And funny enough, the whole demeanor of people is totally different. Yeah, it's like you give people enough rope to hang themselves. That's theoretically speaking. It's not, but in what the hell's fake Facebook? There was no admins. There was no one there to control, the level of nastiness, toxicity, and the level of pure imagination, So, but it's I could go into this. I could go into stuff that would make your freaking toes twirl. But anyway. So what we're gonna do? Yeah, I to be honest with you, I started this when it started getting. How can I put it? If you got an opinion, fine. Even if your opinion rattles people's cages, even if your opinion, people get offended just for the fact of being offended. But there were people on there who were saying stuff that was despicable. They were saying stuff about, people who have passed, and it's don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm no angel. I said things that were a bit nasty, and I used to not troll, but just post videos, funny videos, or sarcastic videos. But there's people there are definitely some sick puppies out there who don't deserve to be on the internet. But it's not my place to judge that. Just an opinion. Tim, you going? Good night. Do you need tucking in? If not, let us know. I'll send someone to tuck you in. Oh yeah. Autobots, roll out. So right, let's go to the questions, because I'm calling it's going to be a short one tonight. So let's have the questions, people. So I'm going to sit here and wait. And good night, Tammy. Take care, sweetness. Yes. Good night. Good night. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. So I'm going to sit here now and wait. I'm not going to say a word. I'm just going to sit here. Still can't. Too little, too late. That phrase keeps on coming to mind. Too little, too late. And why the hell would you put makeup on? And here's another thing. Posting your flea market stuff. I mean, obviously your sales are not doing well, are they? And considering what she said in that, when she was on the phone to the cop, the way she spoke to a customer, that was a bit fucking rude. What color loofah are you flying on your Autobot? The white one. It's I don't know. I think I'll go for the white one. Not sure what that means in the villages, but for me, it's just the surrender. What you fucker. Spawn through. Do you have any gaming streams planned? They make you happy? Gail, I'm always happy. I'm just feeling being quiet, and I'm a little bit tired as well. It is 10 to 4 in the morning. Yes, I am going to try and get these video editing done this week. So hopefully my pretty will get in touch with me for Monday. And then I need to touch base with Squid for Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm probably going to take a day off. Kim Colson, Spawn Trooper, where do you think this will lead next? Fucking hell. That's a good question, actually. On the Michael Fulp interviewing them too, that's a good question, that. Well, here's quite a few different directions. One, they'll start going live on their own platform and start flapping their gums. Two, they will then now start to do the rounds with other people, interviewing them. I doubt very much the Crampons will do it. I doubt very much they'll go, the Swamp Lizard will do it. And I doubt very much that Stupid Day will do it. So I think they're definitely going to be interviewed again. I predict it. This is not the first time, because it must have taken a lot of convincing for them to do it now. And by the looks of it, they seemed very comfortable. So I say this is going to happen again. And the fact that I think there was a breach of oh God, what's it called? Third party, and something to do with Ohio. I think that's going to come back to bite them in the ass. And also the Child Protection Services. The fact that they're going on about that again, people need to investigate this, because the thing is, if they're going on, the child services have been there 35 times, right? And allegedly people have called the CPS and they've gone there. Well, if the CPS would actually do their bloody job, I doubt very much that, it would end with smiles. I don't, I mean, like, when was the last time Fish and Game were there? But to have CPS turn up 35 times, considering that I've seen videos where CPS have turned up with no warrant, no legal rights to be there, with police and everything else. And, so what makes it different with these lot? There's a lot of stuff that we're not seeing. There's stuff that we're not seeing. So it'd be interesting to see how that develops. There you go. Hope that helps you, Kim. But I think this is the end. This is the beginning of the end for this. It's going to slowly come to a close now. I think the biggest mistake they did was do that live interview. I think that was the biggest mistake they could have done. There's an old saying: the quieter you are, the more power you have. Yeah. So I'm glad you reminded, because didn't Volp say that he would want $10,000, to cover someone's story? So him interviewing them, that means he's getting money, he's got money, or he wants money for that interview, because he made that statement himself that he will not do any interviews unless he's paid. So that'll be another development to come out. No permit to, right, sorry, Gail. With the new developments, do you see a new ending for some of this? Yeah, absolutely, Gail. It's, again, the same what I mentioned for Kim. I mean, obviously you got the court cases. I'm not even going to bother talking about the Bruce versus Larry court case, because that's a separate case. That's got nothing to do with these. But the fact that Bruce Matskin is a defendant in Fed 2, and the fact that he still has sanctions incoming, yeah, there's going to be a lot of shit hitting the fan. I don't think this is going to last too long. And if it lasts into the end of next year, then there's a big, then you definitely have a serious issue with your law system over there. But I do see someone going to jail. I have a feeling someone's going to be going to jail. It's either going to be one of the freaking Lynette or John, or it's going to be one of the ecosystem, or one or two of the ecosystem who's going to end up going to jail. For some reason, I've got that really strange feeling, my gut feeling. And trust me, I've always trusted my gut feeling that someone is definitely going to end up in jail. And I hope it's Bruce Matskin, because he deserves to be in jail for what he's done. Very watch when you try to ignore. Next question, please. But you know what I find? I mean, I'm going to say this because as a father, any parent would understand what I'm about to say. That little one is going to be 6 years old, or is 6 years old. 6 years with no other children around. 6 years of not being a child. 6 years of being cocooned in a state. How long is that going to happen until, the light shines? I think like, something needs to be done, because like, here's the problem. They're not going to win this case. They're not going to win. They're not going to win. There's way this has gone so far now. There's way too much proof against them. The problem is here, if they lose everything, that means they lose that property. That means everything they've got, they lose. So where are they going to go? How are they going to support that? How are they going to support that little? That's what, I mean, like, at the end of the day, I get it. They're human beings, and, but somewhere, an authority figure has to freaking draw the line. They have to. And I don't care who you are. And there's a lot of people out there who think they're clever, and they come out with these sarky remarks and shit like that, but they don't realize, it's not your child. No. Yeah, so you don't have to worry. So you can sit on your platform and just fucking flop your gums and come out crap. But at the end of the day, as a parent, alarm bells should be ringing. You should be impersonating freaking Quasimodo at the fucking Notre Dame. And, I cannot understand, and I don't, I'm not saying I don't understand, but I just can't understand why the CPS have been around there 35, apparently, allegedly, 35 times and done nothing. You're telling me living in a tent or living in a shed and now the winter's coming and they're living in a tent? Really? It's okay for swamp lizard. It's okay for all the rest of them. Every single person on the what the hell's ecosystem have a solid roof over their head. They have a solid walls around their property. They've got warm beds. They've got hot water. They got showers and everything else. So they're okay. That's okay, But that little one has to richly live in squalor. And I've been saying, I don't like to talk about, I try not to talk about that little one, but at the end of the fucking day, someone needs to step up and do something. And I'm not talking about individual, I'm talking about the authorities. So, yeah. So this is only going to get worse now. I mean, them going on that platform, they've got a taste of fame now. Because what they're going to do, they're going to watch that video, the views, the thumbs up or down, whatever. They're going to watch that now, and they're going to go, oh, fucking hell. And they're going to want more and more of that. So there you go. Oh, I don't know. What a sad fucking survey. It's all sad. I should do live streams more often this time of the night. I'm really relaxed and chilled. Yeah, she is SMN. I mean, if someone turned around to me and said, say for example, if I had 20 grand and someone said to me, "Mate, go and help them," I would turn around and go, no. What I will do though, I'll get a freaking lawyer to investigate the CPS and Levy County Sheriff's Department. That's what I will fucking do. Oh, wait a minute. Jeremy Hells is already doing that. He's taking, what's he call it, the DA to court, isn't he? So, yeah, that's what he done. Right. Okay, I'll keep my money now. That's all it. That's all. Do you know? It's really weird. You know how much it would cost to complete that barnuminium, so at least they had somewhere warm and protected to slay. Do you know it would take probably 3 to 4 days to erect? What was it? 1, 2. Oh yeah, you have to put plumbing. No, you have to put electrical. You got plumbing. So if you had 4 guys, 2 doing electrical, 2 doing the plumbing, and then the other guys were just doing the framing, I would say it would take probably 2 weeks to do everything properly. That's framing, wiring, plumbing, plastering, so wall plastering, everything, paint done, right? Reinforcing it, blah 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 blah, and then actually sorting it out. 2 weeks, I would say 2 weeks. 10, 15 grand. I mean, they've already got some of the lumber, so another 15 grand. And then get a generator. Get a 3.5 kVA generator, or get a 3.5 or 4 kVA generator. The 4 kVA generator would be enough to power that building, and solar panels. Get solar panels on that building, right? And they have 2 batteries. Generator takes fuel, so it would diesel. So if you got like say 40 liters of diesel, it would probably a 60-liter tank. What's a fruit for? Wait a minute, hang on a minute. 1 second. No, not at the present time. Not at the present. No, that's the wrong generator. No. Where is it? 5 kVA British 4 kVA information. Where is it? Oh, it's a petrol generator. No. Wait a minute. 1 second. Right, what's this one? That's on 1.9 kVA. That's a 4 kVA petrol generator with chain. No. That's a 3.5. That's a 3 kV. Yeah. That's, oh my God, where's the 4.5? Where's the, sorry, I'm just trying to find the, where is it? Where is it? I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a bit too big for them. Wait, is it this one? Right, I'm going to show you a picture. One second. What's that? Is that the 4 kVA, is it? That's the FUBAr generator, right? Stuff, right? Okay, yeah, that's the right. I'm just going to show you 2 pictures, okay? And this, no word of a lie, right? This would power, right? And you just have your converter. That's 5 and 6, right? Okay. So 5 and 6. There you go. Right, that there, okay, is. Oh, hang on a minute. What one's this? That there is the. I think that's the 20. I think that's the 30 kVA. Wait a minute. Let me. What one is this? This is Roswell. Is that the 30? Is that the? Yeah. Anyway, that one there. Right, that generator there, and that's the AC converter. Right. Now, the civilian version of this. Right. Where are you? This is the 4 kVA. This one here is the 4 kVA. 1 second. One second. That there is the 4 kVA. Right? That would have enough power to power the system. And if you got solar panels and generate and say, for example, this was diesel, right? You would have enough power there. Anything over above 4 kVA. I mean, if you can get an industrial 4 kVA, which is got its own trailer. I mean, you'd richly, yeah. But if you get I mean, the best generator you can get for any type of building is like a 25 kVA or 1624 kVA. But no one thought of that, did they? Those generators, right? Just a portable generator would have been suffice. But I don't think they think about it. They don't think logically like that, do they? Are you thinking of possibly opening up your channel for like being monetized? Gail, yes, but not right now. In the near future, probably when I've gone past 1,000 subscribers and it stays around there, then I'm going. Then I then need to sit down with my financial advisor, who helps me deal with all this stuff, and then I'll sit down with him, because obviously there's other platforms I stream on, and I want to connect them all in one because that's the way I want to do it. And the thing is, obviously, I'm going to, once all this is over and done with, I'm going to be moving away from all this anyway. But I'm going to still sort of, do live streams and stuff like that. Yeah. Me waiting for somebody to say I've never said that so I can look it up in my journal. Brilliant. I like that one. That's funny. Yeah. And there you go, guys. There you go. So if you got any questions to ask them now, because I am going to call it. It is 4:10 in the morning, and no, thank you, Gail. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for enjoying the gibberish. And if John Cook or Bruce Matskin or any of those idiots are listening on the outside, why didn't you take a seat and just think very hard about everything that's happened over the last fucking year and a half, ever since it all started, and think, is this what you want to be remembered for? Because everything is out. Good night, Angel. Everything is out there now in public. All it takes is someone to type your name in and everything's going to turn up. Especially you guys. And then there's other people who want the attention for the wrong reasons. You can't make this shit up. Oh. But anyway, if there's no more questions, I am going to call it a night. Because to be honest with you, I'm just finding it really. I just find it disheartening and disappointing that people are still taking advantage of them too, and the fact that they actually sat on that platform. So what's your prediction then, Pete, ladies and gentlemen? How do you think this is going to end? How do you think this is all going to end? But anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, if I'm not wrong, Tug's live, so you may as well go and jump over to him because he's live, and there's 1,600 people watching him. So it must be good. So off you go. Go and check it out. And have a good night. All right. And remember, keep smiling. All right. Because it takes less energy and less muscle to actually smile. And remember that, this will end soon. Okay. This will end soon. And next year, the Mandalorian and Grogu, there's going to be that coming out. All right. We've got Andor 2. I think that's going on as well. And who's watching Alien? Oh my God! You just wait until my pretty and me do a film review. Ha ha! Oh yeah, yeah, baby, yeah. Oh my God, I can't wait. Anyway, guys, you shoot off to Slug. After Slug, I miss Slug. Where is Slug actually? I hope he's doing okay. I thought about him the other day. I hope he's all right. I hope he's doing well. He did come in here a few weeks ago, didn't he? A while back. But anyway, anyone see Slug, send my regards to him. And so, man, you take care as well, brother. You look after yourself, my friend. And you be good. And Roy, my regards to your wife, and I hope that you guys are all right. Keep me updated. All right, you got me in DM, so just let me know, yeah. Anyway, guys, have a nice night. Remember, go over to the umbrella guy, like go and say hello to him. And on that note, yeet.
They go live every night selling drama on demand with crampons sitting on their ass and dicky on hand. Fake tears falling, oh I'm just speaking truth, while they pocket super chats and exploit the loons. Gator rolls in trying to act real cool, but he's stirring up heat, breaking all the rules. Haters in a circle, all bark, no bite, till Spawn Trooper drops and it flips on the light. Spawn Trooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawn Trooper, he assesses the situation at hand. Spawn Trooper, is weak with this one. Deuces in the mix, spinning lies for the stream. He acts like a king, but his throne's just a meme. Dodging all the questions with a scripted phrase, trying to fool the crowd, but he's just a face. Bones Lacker's got a seat at the front of the show, putting up a front, but got nowhere to go. Guano's hiding in shadows, throwing shade in the chat. They all act tough, but Spawn Trooper's on that. Spawn Trooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawn Trooper, he assesses the situation at hand. With this one, now the people rise, no longer blind. The lies unravel one stream at a time. Truth's not merch, it don't come in packs. And Spawn Troopers got receipts, not just attacks. He says turn off the feed, walk into the sun. This war for your mind, it's already begun. With clarity blazing like a saber so bright, he leads the way through the digital night. Spawn Troopers say, I see you playing, keeping up the show, spinning your stories, but the truth starts to flow. Your gators pull high like you're some kind of lord, but all you're doing striking out with the faulty sword. You're no warrior, just a puppet on strings. Your fake crown don't mean a thing. The game's up now, you're out of move. Spawn Troopers here to expose your grown. Spawn Trooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawn Trooper, he assesses the situation at hand. Trooper, then he say the words, truth don't kneel to no one man. Trooper, the force is weak with this one.
Truth will rise in the end, no place for deceit.
May grim unwind, get a whole group on. The force is weak with this whole bunch.